Welcome student to PRAVIN PATIL College of Diploma, Engineering and Technology. Myself, Mrs. Smita Shekhar Kamble. Our department is Humanity and Science. Course Basic Mathematics. It is also subject name, that is Basic Mathematics. Subject code, or it is called course code 22103. Up to 10th standard, you have to study many topics in algebra and geometry. In our basic mathematics subject, we must include the basic concept of the algebra and geometry. In today's lecture, we want to revise that topics and the formulas for implement the new topic. Our subject code is basic mathematics, that is with the subject name basic mathematics. Basic mathematics most probably use in a up to 10 standard syllabus. Our first chapter is logarithm. To study the detail about the logarithm, we have to revise some concept. Logarithm chapter number 1, unit number 1. First, I want to introduce some symbols and some diagrams. Introduce first and revision also. Plus C symbol is there, minus. Multiplication symbol is there, division. Plus minus, it is greater than, and this one is less than. Equal to, not equal to, is similar to, is congruent to. Infinity symbol, it is used in a trigonometry chapter now. Greater than equal, less than equal, equivalent to, implies, theta, empty, triangle or delta, most probably for all. Pi value, that is 22 upon 7. Also we can calculate by 3.14159. It is the approximate value of pi function. We use the integral symbol. It is union, intersection, factorial, the square root, perpendicular, exist, percentage, brackets, curly brackets, square brackets, circle, obviously this one is radius, diameter, section, square, rectangle, diagonal, right angle triangle. We have to use in a Pythagoras theorem, that is the first side square plus second side square is equal to hypotenuse, bracket square. This is oval shape, most probably ellipse it is called in mathematical language. Center they introduce here. Hole, they give the example of pizza. Half part of the pizza. A quarter circle is complete, and this portion in a quadrant wise they known as the 1/4 part of the circle, that is called quarter, cube, cylinder and pyramid. These are the basic symbols and topics we have to use overall all the engineering and diploma mathematics in future. Today we discuss about laws of exponent. Rules of exponent or laws of exponent. In a 10th standard, you study this topic is called law of indices. In vernacular medium, that is Hindi and Marathi medium student, known these are the law of indices are called घातांकाचे नियम. We introduce x and y are variables, means that have the different value, and a is remain as a constant number belong to any types of set. A raised to x into a raised to y is equal to a raised to x plus y. Division rule, a raised to x divided by a raised to y is equal to a raised to x minus y. Power of a power rule, a raised to x bracket raised to y is equal to a raised to x into y. Power of product rule, ab raised to x is equal to a raised to x into b raised to x. Power of factorization rule, that is a upon b raised to x is equal to a raised to x upon b raised to x. Zero exponent means any number raised to 0 gives the value is 1. Negative exponent a raised to minus x, we can shift 1 upon a raised to x. Factorial exponent a raised to x upon y, it is the root of y under square root x. We detail explain this thing, that is rules of exponent or laws of exponent, using sub example. How are they? X raised to 0 is equal to 1. If I put x equal to 3, 3 raised to 0 is always 1. X raised to 1 is equal to x. That means any number raised to 1 remain that number same. That is 9 raised to 1 is equal to 9. X raised to a into x raised to b is equal to x raised to a plus b. Means base are same and index are unequal. Then they got in a addition of the index. That means, for example, base is x, number is different 3 and 5. Then addition is x raised to 3 plus 5, obviously 8. We derive the final answer in a form of addition. X raised to a upon x raised to b. This b in a numerator get the value minus b. So we have some example. X raised to 11 upon x raised to 4. We shift this 4 in a numerator, 11 minus 4, that gives 7 value. X raised to a bracket raised to b is equal to x raised to ab. Means x raised to 5 bracket raised to 3 is equal to x raised to 15. Means the base is same but index is different, but bracket is in the first term and outside there is another index, then these two index must be multiplied. That means 5 into 3 gives 15. X into y raised to a, that means base are different but index is same. Then we can take the multiplication between these two variables having the index is same, that is x raised to a into y raised to a. Next, x into y bracket raised to 4. We take the example based on these is equal to x raised to 4 into y raised to 4. Next one, x upon y raised to a. X upon y in a quotient form and index a is same. Then this index is applicable to numerator and denominator variables index. That is x upon y raised to 6 is there. So we can apply x raised to 6 upon y raised to 6. X raised to minus 1 is always we can write in a form of 1 upon x. For example, 3 raised to minus 1 is there is equal to exactly 1 upon 3. That means any number have the index is minus 1. We should write that number 1 upon that variable. X raised to minus a is equal to 1 upon x raised to a. Means any number have the index with negative sign. This most probably 1 upon that variable with the index must be positive. For example, 9 raised to minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 9 raised to 2. But we know that 9 square is 81. So here we simplify 1 upon 81 is the final answer. Next one, x raised to 1 upon n is equal to nth root of x. Means n is any number belong to real number set. We can define by the example x raised to 1 upon 3 is equal to 3 root of x, that is called cube root of x. X raised to m upon n is obviously n root of m. That means in a index numerator, m goes to index of variable and n goes to square root of the variable. So we can write these in a form of nth root of x bracket raised to m also. We know that 1 upon x raised to 1 upon 2 is always square root of x. They improve these law of indices and laws of component in this way. X raised to 9 by 2 we can write 9 remain as the same and square root is there, or root of x raised to 9, it is also possible. Always these remind all these law of indices in each chapter. These are very useful in a exponent form. Exponent form is why? Because you in a 10th standard study about a raised to something, that is number is included. Here the variable is included in all the pattern. In a detail, we must study about each the exponent law. How? Variable having power or index. That means variable x raised to 0 is always 1, e raised to 0 equal to 1, root of x is always x raised to 1 by 2, cube root of x is x raised to 1 upon 3, and nth root of x is x raised to 1 upon n. It is easily understand by example. For example, fifth root of 2x. Instead of x variable, we can take the function here. So we can simplify. Instead of, we know that nth root of x, we can define as a x raised to 1 upon n. We know this by the law of exponent of the root. Suppose we have to simplify fifth root of 2x. We have nth root of x equal to x raised to 1 upon n. We put n is equal to 5 in above law of exponent. We derive 1 upon 5 is n and x is 2x. So we derive 2x raised to 1 upon 5 is the simplification of fifth root of 2x is equal to 2x raised to 1 upon 5. Sign of brackets are useful in a calculation of the in each chapter. We have to must know minus sign in the bracket outside. The sign will be brackets will be changed. That is the basic rule for the sign of brackets. Normally, negative sign will be changed each sign of the brackets. We have to distribute these in a pattern of the fifth components. How? X plus y. If outside negative sign is there, we can distribute this negative sign to each and every variable with minus x minus y. Second one, minus sign is outside bracket and x into y is there. Then minus sign is applicable to minus x into minus y, both the variable. Minus remain as the same. X minus y is there. So we can change the sign of x and y. So sign of x give negative and sign of y will be positive. Minus sign is outside the bracket. Then minus x plus y is there. Then obviously negative negative goes to positive and positive sign will be negative. Next one, minus x upon y. If minus sign is outside the bracket and x upon y in the quotient form or reciprocal form, then the negative sign is applicable for the numerator also and it is applicable to denominator also. Applying the negative negative will get positive. These sign of brackets you must know for the simplification. We take some example to solve the topic and based on the topic. Minus 2 plus 3, obviously negative signs are there, so it is minus 5. Minus 3 into 6, it is obviously minus remain as same, 3 into 6 is 18. Minus 5 plus 7 is there, negative sign is applicable both the numbers. Minus 5 minus 7 is minus 12. Minus 4 upon 5, we can write minus 4 upon 5 or 4 upon minus 5 or minus 4 upon 5 remain as a same. Always remind that these basic concepts are useful to solve all the examples in above chapters.